How you want to do this? Within 50 pulls? You guys betting? We got her in the first 50. I bet we get her in the first 30. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, guys. Let's go. Okay, it's just a practice. It's just a practice run, right? You got to get the bad luck out of the way. Out of the way first. Stop looking at me like that, Enoch. Let's go. All right. Artifacts, spark up. No, we don't want your crossbow. Okay, it was better than the last one. We got a 4-star this time. But here we go. This is where it happens. Frogate, I've had a shitty day. If you could, please open the gates a little bit, just a crack, because, this is a rough start. It's a rough start. 30 pulls, and we've gotten one 4-star. You know, most gotchas guarantee a 4-star when you do a 10-pull, Smilegate. Just saying. Just putting that out there. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for listening, my friends. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your support. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So we got her in 32. Right? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got her in the first 35, right? 35 pulls. By the way, in case anybody is curious, no shit, this is the order they come out of. This first, this second, this third, this fourth. Then it's top, bottom, top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right. So Helen was my 10th pull. Don't ask me why, but that's how they proc. We really want her artifact though, right? Her artifact's good, right? Is she a must pull? If she gets rid of Harsetti, hell yeah. We're gonna see though. Anything that removes Harsetti from the game is, in my opinion, a must pull. Let's go! Show me that artifact. Oh! No! I got baited! This game's it's playing with my emotions! Don't do it to me. Hell yeah. I take back everything bad I said about your packs. Everybody should buy the packs. They're totally worth it. Just kidding. Okay, guys. We are out. How about Mola? So let's see. I mean, this is a no-brainer. This needs to be maxed out. So everybody is going to want to get her to +5 on this. So if we're talking about Mola commitment, she's at least a +5 on her S2 skill. Because this gets her... what am I missing? More of these. Click, use, receive. Because that gets her to the 40% gained, right? Because she gains 40% fighting spirit. And when the front ally is green, she gets another 40, takes her to 80 fighting spirit. And after she gets hit, she gets 20 fighting spirit. And that's what gets her to 100% fighting spirit. So all she needs to do is be hit once. And boom, everything happens. Her S3 skill... stops fighting, takes a break, dispels all buff from allies before increasing combat readiness by 2 turns. Okay, so 15%. And this is going to go up to 20%. The difference between 15 and 20% may not seem like a lot, but when you get cut by 2%, you're going to be really sad you didn't max this out. So I think at very least, you want to get this skill cooldown lowered. 5 turns is a long-ass skill cooldown. So a minimum Mola investment in this is going to be +3. This is a minimum. So 5 minimum, 3 minimum. That last 3% isn't required, but it sure feels nice. Let's look at her S1 skill. Triggers dual attack, so it's... And from a random ally, increases combat radius of herself by 10%. So another 2%, another 3, so 5%. So none of this is required, right? She's not the damage dealer. She's dual attacking with a random ally, kind of like Laia. She's and you're hoping you get good benefit from the dual attack. This doesn't need anything. So you're free to play. Mola conservative. I'm relatively new. This is her build, 053. Okay. Then if you have Molas left over, I think this is worth it because trust, you're going to get cut by 3% and you're going to be really, really glad when you see your enemy at 99 and you at 100. You're going to be glad that you had that 3% in there. So not required, but if you have extra Molas, 055 I think is the preferred build. 053 is your minimum, 055 is the preferred. And if you want to go for optimal, best in slot, I think you take her up to +4 to get this extra stuff. Now, this is what I would recommend almost everyone do, is just take her up to 355 if you've got a shit ton of Mola. Even if you have enough Mola to complete this one, don't. Right? Don't complete this one. Put her on your friendship farming team. And once she gets to friendship 10, she gets 3 free Molas, and boom, you get this last skill. You get that last 3%. In the short term, you're going to have, I mean, she can't be used in RTA this season, so who cares about short term? In the short term, you're missing 3% CR push on her S1, so just sit on it and don't spend the Mola, right? Once you get the friendship Mola, you go to +3, because this 15% damage, you're not building this girl to do damage. So that's my recommendation. Is top end game build is 355, and you use the friendship to take her to 455. Make her a +14 unit. If you're going for optimal, I'm using this unit a lot. But if you're going for minimum, 053. That's your Mola commitment to this unit if you've decided to go relatively lean on your Molas. Now let's think about the build for a minute. We don't need any attack. I think we want a lot of HP. Think we don't need any other stat. We might want some ER. I'll think about that later. I'm going to force speed boots on her and drop the speed down. I want her to take some turns, but I don't necessarily want her to be super fast. Maybe I give 1 notch to speed. We'll try that out. And if you've got fribbles, way better to use fribbles than this. Now, the game wants us to run her on a speed set, but I don't know that that's necessary. It'll take some testing, but she's a unit that we just want to stay alive and do awful things to the enemy. So I'm leaning on protection set, or possibly just going triple HP set. But let's see what we can do with protection set. And I have her on 100 ER so she doesn't get stunned. I don't know. Let's just see what we can build out of this. 25, 17, 195. This is pretty good. I mean, I can't take this piece off of Laia, though. What if we put a little ER on her? 24, 13... 155. How about we slide the ER down a notch? It's too low. This really isn't bad, right? This isn't bad. I don't like the defense being so low. Can we nudge the defense up a little bit? 22 by 16. Her pop damage is based off her HP, right? God, why won't they let us freaking key in minimums? Okay, how about this? How about this? She kind of doesn't need ER if you plan to go reverse cleave harsetti. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. What I know is I want her in my back pocket so I can let Harsetti off the hook and ruin people who try to pick her. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? Seaside Bologna was everywhere in Arena, and I mean everywhere. But then Rowana came out, and poof, Seaside Bologna vanished. And I mean hard vanished. So I'm wondering if she's going to have a job. Let me see. This was 1523, 158, 1624, 148. I like this better, and it doesn't mess with my Carmen. 1723, 117. But I lose a lot of speed. 1623, 117. 147 versus... Like, if we do this, then it would look... Okay, what do you guys think? Left or right? I'm thinking right. I'm kind of leaning towards right. I'm not sure I like 147 speed. Let's try right and see how it works out. Oh, dude, there are still Harsettis on arena defenses. Hell yeah. Okay, so what have we got here that can bite me Harsetti defenses, right? So we need to go, or bite me Harsetti, so we're going to use baby Senya here, right? And we need a green unit in the front. Now the game showed it with Alencia. So Alencia is going to be really nice for single target, and we got some thickness to burst down here, and I don't want to activate Dragon Bride. So although I think Mort with his higher HP might be a better choice, I want to be able to reserve the right to target my offense and not piss off Senya and wind up getting my whole ass team killed. So I'm gonna run the happier couple, right? In that sad ass story, I think Alencia is the happier couple than to put this guy on the team. It just doesn't feel right. Not for her first time, right? Not for the first time out, guys. Let's keep people from coming back to life. That'll stop Ruel from doing Ruel BS, right? And now we just need somebody to do some damage. Somebody to deal with BBK. You know, when you've got a high school girl with a sword, you need a vampire hunter because reasons. Right? So, in theory, this should make this stupid easy, right? Okay. She squeezes everything. She hits me. Activates her. And it's not a CR push, so Harsetti get effed. I just get to take a turn. Bypassing all mechanics that stop this. Right? This doesn't just stop Harsetti. This stops Abyssal Euphine. This stops Fire Politis. This stops all of the units that are designed to make you not be able to push up and take a turn. She just takes a turn, no matter where she is on the CR bar. And now I get my 20% CR push, and everybody's at 90% or less of her scale, so I just get to go. My whole ass team gets to go next. We strip away that. I don't want to shoot her. It'll piss off Senya. So we shoot here. I just realized something. That pop damage, it didn't piss off Senya because it was fixed damage. Senya's not mad about the situation yet. Shoot. And now we can, with the buff, right? So after attacking Deals an additional damage proportional to my HP, 25k, and her HP, 25k. Into a defense break. So we hit. Pow, pow, pow. We get the pop damage. Pow, 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 pow. So we should get double pop damage here. Dude! The Senya's on death's door. We only got the pop damage at the end, though, right? It didn't double up there. I don't think it doubled up. Who you bringing back to life, Ruel? You can't, because Brysaria's on the team. This is even more sick with Singelica instead of Brysaria. After her buffs, I can use Singelica and get extra dual attacks. I can have a raise unit on the team. I can have Holy Sack on the team, and I'm fine. I don't have to worry about having an ML5. I could run this exact team with Sinful Angelica. I mean, you know, not this exact team, but it gives us options. And holy crap, that Harsetti just ate it. How about I just hit this? No ER Ruel. Pop. And she can't come back to life. Give it about a week, guys. Hell, give it a couple of days. This unit's gone from the game, at least in Arena and Guild Wars. So, what are possible answers, right? We have to stop Senya's focus from building up, right? So, we could use units that block resources. So, we could use Harsetti plus Sea Phantom Politis. We could use Harsetti plus Elvira, right? All of these things would work. But what kind of a team can you build around Harsetti Elvira or Harsetti Sea Phantom Politis that doesn't just get its ass handed to you by one of the many, many Zeo combinations that are going to let you push up and wreck the team? I don't know. Okay, this is a pretty heckin' common offense, right? Let's see. Can we step on it with Mort? And we want to run. We don't need to run you anymore. We could run our own Fire Politis. I could run my my Lifesteal one, right? We'll run my fast Lifesteal one instead of my DPS one. And we'll stop her from getting focused by putting our own Sea Phantom in play. Is she built? Wait, she's not ice. She's also not a Soul Weaver. Good lord. Alright, this should work. Let's see what happens. What if the defense just becomes Harsetti, Young, Senya, Mort, BBK? Then I Melissa cleave it and says bomb it and win. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. One thing about young Senya is she is very flash bangy. So let's drop this into here. Nice defense break. I think we just S1 and then we step on them. Pow, pow. And then we step on them. I love how my poly is still on Song of Stars from doing Ancient Inheritance. Oh wait, Red Poly is only working in RTA against her. Red Poly is not working in RTA against her because she's globally banned in RTA, so you can't use her in RTA until the season is over. We'll hit like this. But Red Poly won't stop her because Red Poly just stops CR pushes, and she's not CR pushes. She's takes an extra turn. Pow, pow. Dead Mort. Mort's back, guys. Mort on Mort violence. Yeah, you can do still mock battles with her. You can't take her into ladder, but you can still do mock rooms, mock battles. Mort on Mort violence. Pow, pow. Burns extra damage, right? Or is it increased chance to break? I forget. I haven't played Flan in a while. This girl never gets to see the inside of an RTA fight for me. It's ignore your defense break. Okay. Well, you know, I mean, what were we saving the souls for anyway? Epic 8? If you don't use them, you're gonna lose them. Young Senya is a must-pull, limited, and great right now in the meta. In the arena meta, yeah. People still have Harsetti on their defense. And she looks pretty damn unbeatable against Harsetti in regular arena. I suspect that within a before the weekend is over, this unit's going to have vanished from arena defenses, and then Senya's going to feel a lot less important. I kind of like Alencia better too in this situation, because Alencia's Scream probably won't trigger Senya, and Alencia's injury will play well into the HP scalers. So let's try Alencia on this one. Screw it. Let's just see what happens. Also, from what lore would be Alencia? Yeah, right. It tugs on the heartstrings less aggressively to put Alencia there instead of Mort. Making her fight with Mort, while he might be her best pairing and is OP, just feels wrong. Pow, pow, pow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at Alencia go. I kind of cheated and had her skills turned off accidentally there, didn't I? Trample damage or healing on S1 with Alencia. I think it depends what artifact you put her on. I think mine's on the self-healing one because I've got her on Alencinoc's Wrath. I think if you're going to run her Golden Rose, then you can get away with going on the damage artifact. But I've not had problems with her damage getting the job done. Okay, show me a... Okay, this is one that I would normally use my full auto team. But instead of Hand Guy, we're going to run Senya. And we got to put the green unit in the front. And let's see what happens. That was a dub. Next Harsetti team, this one. Okay, here's one with Dragon Bride Senya. How's it do? Not bad, not bad. Adult Senya murdered young Senya, but that kind of thing's going to happen. This is a weird one with Luna. Maybe this is a fast Harsetti, but it shouldn't matter. So we'll try this here. I don't know if this team can lose, guys. This is the hardest one to use this full auto team on. This is the team that I usually dodge using this full auto team on because Crow has the best chance to come back and beat this team, right? So if anything's going to beat this auto team, it's this defense. It's taking a while to think about it, guys. Yeah. It's just a little bit dangerous running it into Last Rider Crow. But what if instead of Mort, what if instead we put Alencia on the team? Is that going to make any difference? Let's see. Albedo also not bad. Oh, Albedo sounds sexy. This looks horrifyingly awful to go into. So let's try it anyway. Woo! Okay, let's try this Mort variant, right? Without our own Mort. Not bad. This looks unpleasant. Guys, I think Alencia might be better than Mort on the full auto arena side of things. She solves a lot of the heavy HP scalar situations like this team that we're running into. It's going to take a few days of testing on full auto to see which is better, but so far she's working a little bit better than Mort. Ooh, look at this one. Double heavy-ass tank and BBK. If anything's killing me, this is killing me, because this is going to piss off Senya. She's going to do her thing. Then she's going to do her thing because I've got no real way to stop her. What am I talking about? We still just win. Still just win. There's no shot that Harsetti remains on arena defenses by the end of this weekend, guys. It's so free. It is so free. Full auto, quick battle. We didn't lose a single one except the Mort variant into Last Rider Crow. We changed to the injury of Senya, and the Last Rider Crow team fell apart. For those who are curious about the builds, man, this is a pretty unoptimized Alencia. She's got low defense, kind of middling HP. She's got a lot of damage, but not a lot to her, right? My Senya is pretty freaking thick, right? But 3F standard, 3F Senya. Just a full nuclear Arby. You're doing this, you just run a base speed Arby and just make them nuclear. You can use a second Arby to build a fast one, right? And then Senya, who I don't think needs to be on prot set, but hey, every little bit of extra tankiness helps, right? I'm going to okay, this is killing me. Alencia peeking over the countertop. I kind of love that. This is I think this is a pretty mid Senya. I think I could do better on this. And if you don't have Alencia, you've got a whole variety of high HP green units to choose from. Laya's got potential. Yulha's got some potential. Oh, mother of God, Albedo. 32k health. Just taking an Albedo in there. My 33k health Albedo. What a freaking monster amount of pop damage she's gonna do. You got Mort. Blooming Lydica's an interesting option. If you've got anybody else on the team that can drop a debuff, she's gonna do her thing, pushing them back even further. Hell, you could even run Flurry for passive healings. Destina? Too many non-attack skills. I don't think Destina. Guys. Is there any world where we run triple Senya? Do we run a triple Senya team anywhere in this world? Senya doesn't scale with HP, so it's weird. I know, but it would be so cool if we could run a triple Senya team. Do you think Senya's artifact is worth max limit break? Let's look at that. So you get 2.5% more HP for the front ally, right? This will go from 7.5 to 10%. So that's not a huge deal, right? We're talking about taking my my 25k Mort to 25.6k Mort. It's not a huge jump in HP. It's nice. Every little bit helps. A buck's a buck. But what you're really angling for is at the end of the turn, you have a 75% chance to CR push the front ally by 15%. Her S3 skill is already pushing the whole team up. So when it comes to Harsetti, your whole team's going to get to go. But if the artifact procs, you're ensuring that the frontline unit gets to be the first to go, right? It is a 25% chance that it does nothing. If the team you're running is dependent on this push, then it might be worth an MLB. But I don't think you're building a team around making sure the frontline unit, I mean, unless you're cleave anchoring with her in some way, shape, or form, I don't know. We'll have to see what the chefs cook, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth an MLB. 2.5% more health is definitely not worth it. That's kind of, I mean, 2.5% more health. That's basically one imprint. It's like taking your A imprint Mort to a S imprint Mort, right? Or taking your B imprint Mort to an A imprint Mort. It's the difference between plus 15 and plus 30 is literally one imprint for your front line, and it's not that big of a deal. I mean, if you kill your if your enemy has like a sliver of health left, I guess it was kind of a big deal, but it seems like a win more bonus. It's really all comes down to how important is it to have that extra 15% for your frontline unit. And the way she's going to be played, I'm not sure it's going to be that important. So I think this artifact is fine at plus 15. I think if you pull two of them, you sit on both of them, because surely another Soul Weaver is going to come out that's going to want this artifact. Please, please, please do not pull a Tristen. Do not pull a Tristen and get your Rocket Punch Gauntlet and then pull two more Rocket Punch Gauntlets and say, I'm just going to imprint them. It's only used on Karena, and then have serious regrets when at least 2 or 3 other units would love to have had this artifact, and you're sad that you fused them all and it's limited so you don't get more. Only one artifact per team? Well, yes, so what? Only one Proof of Valor per team. How many Proof of Valors do you have leveled? Do you use them both? I sure as shit do. You don't put them, you aren't going to run the 2 units that use that artifact on the same team, but it doesn't mean that it might not be best in slot on another Soul Weaver. So yeah, that's my recommendation. 2 of them at plus 15, lock it in, and you know what? If I'm wrong and it's not used on anybody and it turns out that that CR push is meta, then go ahead and fuse them. But you know what? Limited artifacts are the entire reason bottles of knowledge exist. When shit hits the fan and you need to raise it up, you get one of these every month, more if you buy packs, and you go ahead and bottle it. But I am not recommending that at all. If you think I'm wrong, let me know on it, but that's my take. Is she a must pull? Do you want to climb an arena right now? Yes. If Harsetti vanishes from arena, is she still going to be good? What would a vanishing Harsetti meta look like in arena? People might go back to cleave style defenses, and if they're doing any kind of a cleave style defense where there's an AoE involved, right? Peyra, Rand, she's going to crap all over those. Any tank down defense where you're trying to run HP up front. Any enemy defense where there is a fire unit on the team, especially Flan. She's going to, work really well into Flans. I think she is a perfect answer for the problem that is Harsetti in Arena, but I think she's got uses beyond it. If Harsetti was removed from the game tomorrow, I think she's still going to have some uses, guys. So is she a must-pull? In the definition of is anything a must-pull, because there's no such thing as a must-pull in this game unless you're talking about collaboration units and you're a collector and you don't want to miss out. Everything comes back around again. She will be available in the future. She is not currently you cannot currently use her in RTA. She's too new, and if you look at RTA, I'm sure she and her artifact are globally banned. Right here, under this ban button, globally banned. You will not be able to use her until season is over and preseason starts. Then she'll be off the hook, right? So you definitely don't need her to get your master's frame or or lock in your skin. Once season's over, how much of a problem is Harsetti for you? Do you like playing Harsetti? You'll probably want to draft her with Harsetti if you like playing Harsetti, or you're going to need to pre-ban her, or you're going to need to deal with her being out there and Harsetti being detriment to your team. It's like when somebody picks Seaside Bologna and you drop a green Rowana on them, they have to make a hard freaking decision. Except, Seaside Bologna can soul burn for heal blocks, so Seaside Bologna actually has somewhat of an edge against Rowana that Harsetti doesn't have against Senya, because it looks like everything Harsetti does gets hard countered by Senya. Hey Tristen, do you think getting multiple copies of the new artifact is a good idea? I would get at least one, and if you get a second one, I would hold on to it. I'm not sure what your bookmark situation looks like. Remember, Rift season is ending at the end of this month, and that means they're going to release a new ice unit that's basically going to be required to farm Rift, right? Much like Kayn for Fire Rift, much like Wukong for Earth Rift, we're guaranteed going to get a water unit for farming Water Rift. You won't be limited, but if you want to farm Rift, you're going to have to pull him. And everybody wants to farm Rift. So make sure you hold back enough resources that I would say by the end of the year, you can be back up to pity again, right? Maybe by, not even the end of the year, maybe by the end of January, you'll be able to pity, right? Because that banner will last for 3 weeks. It probably won't come out until the end of the year. Then you got 3 weeks to pull on that banner. So, give yourself like 5 weeks. At the end of 5 weeks, make sure you got enough resources to get to pity, or you don't mind swiping for a new unit. Or otherwise, if you pull a second artifact, you might miss out on an important farming unit, right? And right now, I'm not sure her artifact is so good that it would go on anybody but her yet. I've heard some people say DDR. He's about the only one I can think of. I'm not entirely sure that it's going to be best for DDR. We'll have to see.